National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
By number 11.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Number 8.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. out. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now it's Barkley. Able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Jalen Reagor.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball. And it paid off with a long touchdown run. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Right back to him on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
29-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And to give this time to the tailback. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
40-yard line, a gain of 15. And the Saints
on the run, it's Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Anthony Brown there on the tackle. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had again.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
9-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 30.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, McFarland. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Johnson.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are. On 3rd down, didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, then stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get this down to the 10. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He takes Gets it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
It's a first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways.